This morning's conversation, this morning's topic is on designing to stay. Transitional is not just a style choice. Transitions are in our whole life. They are things that we don't necessarily anticipate, but we experience in general throughout the whole of our life. And as I was thinking about putting this together, these are just kind of some random thoughts that I came up with. Traditional design and transitional living, to me, they kind of go hand in hand. You're not going to have one without the other. You're going to see some cleaner lines in transitional design, but you're also going to see some of the benefits of the technology that we have available today that allows us to transition in our lives from various points. A transition is one that's between, or transitional design is one that's between traditional and modern. And a transition is one that is in between. You're going from one stage to another, from one spot to another. Every seasons have transitions. We're in one now. We're kind of caught between summer and fall, but that's kind of what we do here in Illinois. We transition in our jobs. Promotions, job changes, there are transitions throughout our job. Retirement is a transition, yes. But that, with all of that, those transitions provide us with opportunities to improve our lives, to improve the lives of those that are coming up behind us, and make things easier. I like this thought. Technology provides us the opportunity to transition from being uninformed to being overinformed. Okay? With the networks and phones and internet. Our manufacturers over time have been looking at ergonomics. Office ergonomics has been a big challenge for a long time. So there is transitional living, transitional provisions in office furniture. Lever or lever, as one of my teachers used to call them, lever handles and cross handles. While they've been around for a long time, they are definitely something that's considered a universal or accessible kind of design. Yeah, the apps for our phones even provide larger icons for our transitional eyes. So today we'll talk about many of these things that we as designers already use. That being said, you've probably gone through the showroom and seen these little purple stickies throughout the whole, they're on a variety of things throughout the showroom. And these are things that in our lives, in our lives as designers, we use these things, these items, these accessories throughout our designs almost as a common sense kind of thing. They are transitional in that they can be used from cradle to grave. And they benefit our lives, but we don't even realize it. They're that common sense. So you'll be challenged to walk around and see how some of these things actually are more transitional. There are a lot of positive aspects of doing, there's some of my, it's kind of strange when you think about the statistics and how the baby boomers are getting that much older, that much faster.
Careful.
I'm there. I may be on the back end of that booming side, but it is definitely something to consider. The U.S. has had a surplus. This really struck home with me. We had a surplus of retirement assisted living housing during the housing boom. Since construction has declined in recent years, demand for such housing is now outstripping supply. I know, I did the same thing. Wait a minute, every time you turn around there's a new retirement house, there's a new assisted living place. New construction starts in senior care facilities dropped 53% since our crash in '08, and now just make over 1%. So people are looking at their homes as long-term. Kind of crazy. The benefits to staying in your home, okay, besides the comfort and the knowledge that you're staying with your friends and in your network, the psychological benefits of the community. Majority of us will benefit from living in our houses, and I've experienced this myself just recently. My mother-in-law was passed away, but my father-in-law is 92, she was 86, and they lived in the 5-bedroom, 3-story home in Deer Park, for 45 years and refused to leave, okay? Because it was their comfort zone. It was where they felt it was, they wanted to die there. They didn't want to go to an assisted living. They hated people taking care of them. They wanted to be as independent as possible. So these kind of things are coming to light. And the modifications that can be made to your home, some are easier than others. Universal design and accessible design are buzzwords in the industry that have been around for a long time. And it is something that we deal with on a regular basis, making sure passageways are the right size and all that kind of stuff. I prefer to call it the transitional living. It's a little nicer, it doesn't sound so institutional. But it is about focusing on our ability to stay in our homes, to access our storage, to utilize our space better through the times of our lives. So, flexibility in use. I mean, even just spraining your ankle creates a flexibility issue. You twist wrong and your back hurts for a couple of weeks. Getting to that high point or to that low point, you know, even as younger people, it's kind of difficult. From a warning standpoint, these are the things that we want you to pay attention to when you're going through your deciding what to do in your home. From a sustainable or transitional living, is my home in a neighborhood that is walkable? Can I get to it? Do I need special access? Is there an entranceway to my home that has 0 steps, or do you need something that, a handrail or a lift or something along that line? The main living room area, is it on a single story, and does it include a full bath? That was an issue with my in-laws. They had their master bathroom and bedroom upstairs in a set of stairs that would no longer pass building codes because it went up like this and then up again like this. There was no landing spot. Those triangle steps that go up, okay, where at the very inside the step is about this big, yeah, that was not good. So we had to put up a handrail, okay. Tripping hazards are another thing. Few or no stairs between rooms, so transitions between rooms, going from material to material, those can be tripping hazards. The landscaping, low maintenance, 0 lot lines, all that kind of stuff is something to consider when you're looking at what you want to do to your home. Gorgeous home, but there are some things about this that should be considered as far as transitional living is concerned. You know, you have a nice wide pad in front of the door here, but there is a step up. If you have a walker or you are not as able-bodied, getting up that step could be a little bit more difficult. These are some really, you know, almost no-brainer, easy changes that can be done. Area rugs to reduce the tripping hazards, furniture arrangements to eliminate any, you know, obstructions. A seat next to the entrance to take off your shoes and put packages, drop the purse. Handrails on stairs, like I said. Faucets with lever handles or those that are touchless. Better, brighter lighting everywhere. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness LEDs are getting better. That's all I can say.
I like the motion activated. I think
Yeah.
you skipped over that. That's really
Oh
good.
yeah, the motion activated exterior lights. We have some of those at our place too. Although if you have a lot of wildlife in the area, that can be a little aggravating.
You can adjust where it picks.
I'm sorry?
You can adjust where it picks up.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's true. We have security cameras that pick up the cars going by. It's kind of like silly. Larger and easier to use cabinet pulls, even the selection of your hardware for kitchen cabinet, open-ended handles, they'll catch belts and open pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the kind of things that you need to consider. Touchless kitchen faucets. Like I said, there's a couple of things throughout the showroom that I have my purple stickers on. We do have a touchless or motion activated faucet that's here. It can be activated or utilized with its handle, but it's not just touchless completely. That's the how-to. House. Everybody knows House. Everybody loves House. House.com has become the go-to place for ideas and research on products and design options. And they have found that the two most popular rooms, obviously, are your kitchen and your baths. Those are the places where we go to be comforted, where we, from a transition standpoint, where we go to cook and be with our family and have privacy. These are the places that we want to be most comfortable. So if you're considering a kitchen remodel, these are some things to consider as you go through the process of the selection. Oven doors that have French doors or side hinges, accessibility for something like that is huge. Keeping them at the right height so that you're not reaching up or reaching down. So if you can put your ovens next to each other, if you can put the microwave at a countertop height. All of our under cabinet refrigeration is really accessible for everybody of all ages. So kids, elderly, bad backs, seated work areas at the island. You know, if you're getting tired or if you have bad feet, you need to sit down. Cabinet drawers for dishes. There's nothing worse than reaching up and trying to grab a stack of dishes. I came home and my cleaning lady had dropped all of them. And there were 9 plates and I had 3 left.
Oh.
And it wasn't because she was incapable. They slipped out of her hands. And accidents happen. But can you imagine if that had been a child or an elderly person? That would have been a huge problem. They could have been hurt, you know. For me, it wasn't a big deal. I was getting ready to get new dishes anyway. So, the pull-out storage for pots and pans. Anything that makes it easier for you to access your storage items, pantries, that sort of thing. Wall cabinets that are lowered or brought down to the counters. I didn't sticker those actually. Now that I see them, I should have put a little purple sticker on those. Remote controlled hoods or fans for any of us that are height challenged. Getting up into the inside of a hood can be difficult, so having a remote control available is good. Remote control for your window blinds. All of us have seen Hunter Douglas and the blinds that you can remote control, raise them up and raise them down. Here's some ideas or what they look like when you talk about French doors. This is Viking. You can go to the appliance stores and see these appliances. That it opens just like the French door refrigerator, and you have ease of putting things in. You get closer to the oven. Not that I want you getting that close to the oven, but making sure then that you have a place to put that down right away. Yeah, yeah.
The lasagna is pretty heavy.
Yes, yes. That turkey that you spent all that time, you don't want it on the floor when you. Here's a side hinged oven. That looks like it could be a Miele or a Gaggenau, but it's the same kind of thing. It is about the ergonomics and being able to get to it. Its height even is still okay. For someone who might be in a wheelchair, that's a very easy access. And you'll notice that the sink even has a knee space, so that person can also wheel up to that sink, which is lowered, and be able to do all the work and prep that they need to do right in that area. Oh, whoever invented corners should be shot. But we have really good solutions for the use of corners and how to store in the corner. These drawers make all kinds of sense. But if you don't like drawers or if you want to do something else, there are a lot of other corner options for what we call blind cabinets that swing out. You don't have to send the small children on an excavation to find the stuff. And my mother used to do that. She used to send me in. I'd be in there for weeks and I couldn't find my way out. But then I got too big and she couldn't get me in there anymore. So, but drawers and any of those Revachel, Richelieu, Hefele, they do provide good options for corners. Sliding door cabinets. I think that there's a lot more use for sliding door cabinets than there are for pocket doors in a lot of instances. Bathrooms that are somewhat compact, where you can't necessarily open a cabinet door, but you want to take advantage of some low storage. A sliding door would work great right next to a toilet. These are easy use, easy glide. You've got use of the countertop space. You can just open it all up. From an engineering standpoint, you can probably pocket several of them behind each other, like those nano walls or whatever. So you're going to be able to open it all up and get the use and serve a buffet if you wanted. So I think that there's a lot more opportunity for sliding doors than there are for pocket. I first started seeing this kind of accessory in a closet. You can take advantage of the tall, I mean in the 90s, every house that you built had 20-foot ceilings and the closets went up forever, but even as a tall person, I couldn't reach everything. So these kind of accessories work really well because it has a handle, you can pull it down, you can get what you need, and you can put it back up. So you're taking advantage of the vertical space, but you're not compromising your reachability of it. These kind of things are also available as we look at cabinetry. Here's one of the best pantry options that you can get. This is accessible from both sides. You can put your pots and pans, you can put your pantry items, canned goods, and it's gorgeous. It doesn't look at all like accessible living. And here are some of the things that I was talking about as far as being able to pull down your stuff to you from a wall cabinet. You can just reach up and grab that and pull it down. It takes advantage of the vertical space, easy access, the hinges work great. And again, this is all part of, I got these from the Hafele and Revishelf websites. Motorized doors and drawers. Just push and ta-da! The servo drive just means that you have to install electric behind the cabinet, and all you have to do is touch it and it will open for you, and then you can push it and close, and it will close on its own. This is all great until we have a power outage. But you can still get the drawer open. So I've seen several of these kind of things. These are lifts, like a television lift. You see a television lift in a piece of furniture, you know, it's the same kind of thing, same technology. Brings it up to the counter, gives you the opportunity to store this stuff that you would use only when you were doing this kind of work. But like I said, there's always a caveat. Just remember, these types of lifts require a good deal of upfront planning. You'll need electric, you need the space requirements, you need to plan what's going to go in there and make sure that from a weight standpoint everything is going to be, because right now this looks like it's, I'm pretty sure it's granite, it's lifting a piece of granite, okay? And you've got a heavy duty mixer that's in there as well. And then a few other options from an appliance standpoint, you're adding quite a bit of weight. So, but it's nice because it goes away then. Your countertop is all open for you. You can do whatever you need to do. And when you need to bake, and Sarah needs to bake, she can get her mixer out. And I think it's a perfect way to utilize the space. So again, these are some of those ones that are kind of contrived. This is one particular manufacturer. A lot of cabinet manufacturers are trying to create kitchen in a box. So when you order this, you're getting everything that's there, and you can see where the accessories are hung and where the salt and pepper dishes and so everything is coming as one. So they're trying to control it. It's very European, okay? It might be something that in Europe that they take with them when they move. It may be a kitchen that they would take with them when they move. But it does the same things. It lifts everything up, gives you accessibility to it, and when you don't want to use it, it goes down. I've actually seen some things that actually cover the range tops or the cooktops so that you can use the entire countertop and not even, it's like seamless. There are countertops that slide to one side, and then underneath that are the cooktops or the sink or whatever. There's all kinds of technology that's out there, that's for sure. I do like this one though in the corner. There's another use of a corner that is really good because I love my Keurig and I think it would work in there. But that's a great way to hide it, get it off the countertop, not have to worry about it, not have an appliance garage, just push it down and have it be there. That one looks like it's not raising granite right now, but they put a piece of wood or something on top of it. More sliding doors. So these can be access doors for closets. These are motorized. They can be for rooms themselves. They can be for your furniture, for your cabinetry or whatever. So that's the end of the slide presentation. What I wanted to draw your attention to is that up here I have several reprints, and you're welcome to take them. I'm not gonna. The girls all know I read, so when I get my magazines, my trade magazines, I go through them and look for topics that are going to give our designers the benefit of the knowledge to be able to help our homeowners to the best of their ability. So things like how to renovate your house to age in place. The topics of the articles aren't glamorous. Nobody really wants to think about aging in place and transitioning from one lifestyle to the next. So we take all this information and utilize it from a design standpoint, and hopefully we don't insult our clients as we suggest to put grab bars in your shower. I don't need grab bars. Why would I need a grab bar? You never know. You might need a grab bar. You might break your leg and you might need a grab bar. If you don't put the grab bar in, at least allow us to put the backing into the shower where you can eventually install it, and then you don't have to worry about that grab bar being installed in the wrong place or at the wrong height. You put the backing in, it gives you the flexibility. You don't even need to have it until it's time. So those are the kind of things that are in these reprints. Universal design for everyone. You know, things like those touchless faucets, the corner accessories. I didn't go through and highlight, which I usually do for my staff. I highlight the things that I think are important. I just think all of these articles are really important. I'm at an age myself where transitional living and transitional design is important to me and my family, and like I said, I've already experienced it with my father-in-law, mother-in-law. They didn't have the space to be able to get wheelchairs and walkers from rooms to room. They had the stairs that they couldn't get upstairs. She ended up being in a bed in the den, and we had to move the furniture, and you know, it just becomes very difficult. So if you have the opportunity to allow yourself to improve your home, to allow yourself to stay there longer, now's the time to do it. Don't wait until you have to do it.